We're going to get started in just a minute. And while we wait for a few other folks to join, please take a moment to get familiar with the controls, especially the Q&A button. If you have any questions as we're going along, please put them in the Q&A, and we'll do our best to answer them. Our topic, as you may know, revolves around future-ready network security for enterprises. The traditional network perimeter has essentially disappeared. This is due to the acceleration in cloud computing and a hybrid workforce that is here to stay. Borderless networks are becoming increasingly complex. Devices and apps are ubiquitous. All this makes it difficult to manage security and identify vulnerabilities in the environment. If that wasn't enough, advanced threats such as APTS are becoming increasingly common. What's worse, even insiders can pose a serious challenge to security since they might bypass the perimeter with legitimate access. BYOD, or bring your own devices, elevates the risk even higher as these devices often add new vulnerabilities into the mix. So what is the solution here? Hillstone provides a portfolio of next-generation firewalls ranging from physical to virtualized solutions. They help customers secure their critical assets regardless of deployment type and scale. From on-premise to the cloud, let's take a look at some of the products that can help. Hillstone's future-ready network security provides three key features. First, advanced threat detection. Second, zero-trust network access. And third, secure SD-WAN, basically enabling organizations to defend their networks with confidence. These are supported by Hillstone's A-Series NG Firewall, X-Series DC Firewall, and Virtual NG Firewall. These can all protect modern networks against a wide range of cyber threats. Let's explore each of the product in more detail. Let's take a look at Hillstone's Advanced Threat Detection solution. Hillstone provides real-time detection and protection across a spectrum of network attacks and malware. Advanced threat protection includes features such as anti-spam, cloud sandbox, and botnet CNC protection. And it also, in addition, includes IPS, IP reputation, URL filtering, antivirus. Hillstone's unified threat detection and analysis engine coordinates across all security mechanisms to dramatically enhance security efficiency while reducing network latency. Today, cyber threats are more sophisticated than ever, and traditional security measures are no longer sufficient. This is where machine learning technology comes in. Machine learning technology can help organizations detect and prevent cyber threats in real time. By analyzing vast amounts of data and identifying patterns that are indicative of a threat, here are three applications that machine learning is being used to enhance threat detection in Hillstone's NG Firewall. First, encrypted traffic detection. Encrypted traffic is increasingly common, and traditional security measures cannot inspect contents of encrypted packets. Machine learning algorithms can analyze patterns in encrypted traffic to identify anomalies that may indicate a threat. By analyzing patterns in encrypted traffic, machine learning can help organizations detect and prevent attacks that might otherwise go unnoticed. Second, DGA detection. DGA, or domain generation algorithms, are used by malware to generate random domain names to connect to command and control servers. Traditional security measures cannot keep up with the constant changing domains generated by DGAs. Machine learning algorithms, on the other hand, can analyze patterns in DNS traffic to identify domains that are likely to be generated by DGAs. By identifying these domains in real time, machine learning can help organizations detect and prevent malware infections. Third, DDoS defense. Distributed denial of service attacks can overwhelm networks with traffic, making it difficult for organizations to provide service to their customers. Now, how we can mitigate DDoS attacks is leveraging machine learning algorithms to analyze traffic patterns. This can help identify and establish the thresholds dynamically and automatically, and further help mitigate DDoS attacks more accurately. Now, let's take a look at Hillstone's CTNA, or Zero Trust Network Access solution. Hillstone's CTNA solution creates an identity and context-based logical access boundary that encompasses an enterprise user and an internally hosted application. Let's take a look at how all this works. Hillstone NG Firewall acts as a CTNA gateway. All the advanced security features on the NG Firewall acts as high availability and vSys capability can be fully leveraged. Based on the same user authentication service such as local, LDAP, Radius, and two-factor authentication, what the ZTNA gateway basically does in a CTNA scenario is to process the access requests from endpoints, verified identity information of both endpoints and users with the Enterprise Directory or IAM, check the ZTNA policy to see if they have proper privileges, and then authorize or deny the access to applications or resources. Hillstone Security Manager, short for HSM, can orchestrate and manage the ZTNA policies and devices centrally for multiple gateways. Currently, the solution is agent-based with the following key functionality: identity-based least privilege secure access, which means that the user can only access the authorized apps and services based on the independent ZTNA policy configured on the CTNA gateway. Next, context-aware adaptive access controls means monitoring and evaluating the endpoint status. The endpoint will be blocked by ZTNA gateway once compromised. Third, centralized and efficient management. Basically, integrated device management and centralized ZTNA policy management provides comprehensive security monitoring. Award-winning enterprise-grade security foundation, which is built on Hillstone's high-performing NG firewall. Let's see in detail on the next slide. First, let's talk about secure access. In a traditional VPN, once a tunnel is established, the default trust mechanism exposes all the applications and services to which the user has network access. This potentially allows the endpoint to issue an attack if it's compromised. In CTNA solution, identity will be first checked, as we introduced, and access privilege will only be assigned to those applications and services that are allowed. Single packet authorization is supported. It enables identity verification before connection with a single UDP packet. This prevents the direct exposure of CTNA services to the public network and mitigate the DDoS or DOS attacks over TLS. Second point here is context-aware adaptive access control. VPN client doesn't have any context information in a traditional VPN solution. So when the endpoint is compromised after the VPN connection is established, the attacker or malware can perform port or IP scanning and issue attacks to the application and services. However, in Hillstone CTNA solution, the ZTNA client on endpoints will continue monitoring and evaluating the endpoint status. The access to the authorized application will be blocked once compromised, but the application is still visible to the users with a pop-up warning message on the CTNA application portal. Last but not least, for CTNA, gateways can be orchestrated and managed by Hillstone Security Manager HSM. Beyond the devices management capabilities such as devices on or off, and security management capabilities such as firewall policy configuration, HSM could also support ZTNA management such as CTNA policy configuration and management, CTNA tag configuration, CTNA policy batch deployment. Basically, these features allows easier operation, especially in large-scale deployments. Now, let's take a look at Hillstone's SD-WAN solution. SD-WAN solution consists of several components. First, you have the SD-WAN controller. As you may know, we have a central management solution called Hillstone Security Management, short for HSM, and the secure SD-WAN controller is a component of HSM. Next, you have a VPN hub. The VPN hub is what all of the branch devices connects to, and this can be a Hillstone next-gen firewall at headquarters or cloud edge inside a cloud or a virtualized environment. It usually consists of a mid to high-end firewall. The third component is the CPE, or the customer premise equipment, which will be included with a next-gen firewall on-premise at the branch. The CPE is connected to the VPN hub through the network using VPN links. We've listed key capabilities of the Hillstone SD-WAN solution, including centralized management with zero-touch provisioning at the edge, VPN over multiple links with intelligent routing, seamless and comprehensive encryption. I'll discuss each of these capabilities in details with the following slides. A solution that's hard to deploy will not sit well with the security team. Hillstone Security Manager, or again HSM, offers centralized policy management and global visibility, allowing a one-click setup and deployment from a central console. The advanced security template can be deployed simultaneously across multiple remote devices with push-button simplicity. This centralized control is coupled with an effortless zero-touch deployment that allows units to be easily brought up in remote locations, where experienced IT staff might not always be available. Initial setup on devices can be configured and generated from Security Manager and sent to the field on USB drives. Upon boot up, branch devices automatically connect to the Security Manager, complete authentication, acquire assigned licenses, and upgrade to specific software releases without any assistance from IT professionals. Devices can join or form a large service network and start processing business requests in minutes rather than days or weeks. Zero-touch provisioning greatly reduces the complexity and overhead of large-scale deployments. Next is about the capability of intelligent routing. The SD-WAN solution features VPN with multiple links and intelligent routing for quality of service. These VPNs are standard-based, are hardware accelerated on the Hillstone devices to provide the optimal performance necessary for the environment. Once the VPN is established, it continuously monitors in terms of WAN link health. In case of a failure, it will fail over onto different links. You can also balance the application traffic load on different links. We support not only application-based routing, but also policy-based routing, meaning that based on the app and based on the 5 tuplets, you can decide what kind of traffic goes on which line. Branch offices have multiple links. You may have high-quality links or low-quality links. You may want to have important apps run on a fast link, and maybe P2P traffic goes on a lower quality link as it's less of a priority. Hillstone SD-WAN solution offers a single pane of management and monitoring for both devices and networks. Everything is centrally managed via the HSM, which acts as Hillstone SD-WAN controller. You can configure everything, as well as have access to a rich set of features. You have visibility on the link's health and status and the ability to monitor the quality of the links. You also have visibility into the security posture of the network. You can see app usage. You can see usage from a user perspective on each branch office device. On the HSM, you can configure backups on each device's configuration. So in case of a device failure, all you have to do is just send a new device. When there are upgrades, whether it's a signature upgrade for security service or a firmware upgrade for the device, everything is done through the internet automatically. Hillstone offers an integrated solution for SD-WAN that has security fundamentally ingrained. SD-WAN solution security comes first, not as an afterthought or an add-on. It leverages our advanced NG firewall that natively integrates intrusion prevention, attack defense, malware protection, and URL filtering capability to provide perimeter protection for organizations of all sizes. Now, let's take a look at Hillstone's A-Series NG firewall. The A-Series next-generation firewall features high security performance, flexible expansion, complete advanced threat detection and prevention, which we covered before, and automated intelligent policy operation. This future-ready NG firewall series is based on a brand new hardware architecture that offers robust performance for firewall throughput, concurrent and new sessions, and blazing fast performance for application layer, which is critical in meeting the needs of current security environments. In terms of brand new hardware architecture, provide a powerful computing foundation that guarantees high performance, friendly software ecology for third-party integration, also provides SSL decryption hardware acceleration that alleviates CPU-intensive tasks from servers. Also note front and rear air vents in all rack mount models help dissipate heat to maintain great performance. A-Series offers high I/O port density, allowing the NG firewall to act as a switch or router as needed, lowering deployment and management costs. Expansion slots are available for a number of A-Series models to further increase performance. Bypass pairs on most A-Series help ensure business continuity. All models, including desktop versions, include a large 8 gig onboard storage and have an expansion option for vast hard disk storage up to 2 terabytes. basically providing long-term log storage time, deeper analysis, richer reports, and better visibility. In terms of smart and efficient policy operation, the A-Series includes intelligent management and operation across the full policy lifecycle, from deployment to management, optimization, and operation. This next-generation firewall system features automated user policy deployment using radius dynamic authorization. Policy management is made far more efficient through group policies based on business requirements. In addition, policies can be aggregated to allow a set of policies to act as a single policy. An innovative policy assistant analyzes traffic patterns and recommends refined policies for faster, easier, and more accurate policy management. Policy operation is made more efficient and precise through policy redundant checks, which identify redundant policies for deactivation or deletion. Policy hit count analysis also helps further refine and adjust policies. Let's take a look at Hillstone's X-Series DC Firewall. Hillstone Data Center Firewall incorporates high availability into its hardware and software design. It supports redundant deployment schemes for active-passive and active-active peer modes, ensuring uninterrupted service of customers' networks in a data center. It also provides patented twin-mode firewall feature, which ensures security and business continuity for critical business services and SLAs in a redundant data center firewall solution. In addition, to ensure system continuity, all modules can be redundant, including the switch module, service I/O module, and security control module. And the chassis offers redundant and hot swappable fan modules and power supply as well. It also allows in-service software upgrade, such as system upgrade or security patch, which can help further minimize the downtime without sacrificing any security. Hillstone's distributed architecture enables firewalls with high throughput, concurrent connections, and new sessions. Some key features are highly efficient synchronization of system and security information between components, elastic, linear scalability by adding expansion modules to get more security and performance, intelligent load balancing between components to ensure optimal reliability. With respect to reliability or business continuity, most vendors now deliver HA or high availability in their solutions in the form of 2 or more firewalls running at a single site, failing over to each other in the event of an incident. But you may ask, is that enough? The reality today is data center redundancy, having 2 data centers in different geolocations so that in case one data center suffers from a power failure or a natural disaster, you can fail your applications over from one data center to a secondary data center. That's why we're excited to talk about Hillstone's twin mode solution, which delivers on data center redundancy. You have 2 groups of firewalls in 2 distinct data centers, which work and operate in twin mode. The sessions are dynamically synced between the data centers, allowing for a smooth failover. Vertical solutions such as Telco and large banks in financial sectors who rely on 24/7 infrastructures benefit greatly from this solution. Next is an overview of the key points regarding Hillstone's CG-NAT solution. As we all know, the explosion of devices has caused the depletion of IPv4 addresses. Service providers are faced with the challenge of stretching the limit pool of public IP addresses even further. This is where carrier-grade NAT comes into play. CG-NAT is used in a NAT 444 scenario, which translates customer private IPv4 to ISP private IPv4 addresses to ISP private IPv4 network address to ISP public IPv4 addresses for connecting to the internet. Hillstone's CG-NAT solution is specifically designed to meet the mentioned demands. Hillstone can alleviate IPv4 exhaustion while also allowing for coexistence of both IPv4 and IPv6. We also support IPv6 transition technologies such as IPv6 and IPv4 dual stack, IPv6 in IPv4 tunnel, IPv4 in IPv6 tunnel, DS Lite, DNS64, and NAT64. These technologies can be used in typically IPv6 transition network environments. They safely provide effective conversion or transmission of data packets between the protocols. Generally, the overall number of concurrent sessions that can be NAT processed is also limited. It's limited by the protocol port and the number of concurrent sessions that can be NAT processed for a single address, which is around 64,000. While the IP address of the service provider is limited, but a large scale of users, concurrent access, and sensitivity to bandwidth quality means that the NAT devices must be high performing. With Hillstone solution, you can greatly increase the NAT capacity. Hillstone does this with a unique port multiplexing technology. With this technology, the number of concurrent sessions can be NAT processed for a single IP address can be increased by up to 16 times. Hillstone also supports large capacity and high performance for log collection and storing, including NAT logs, IM behavior log, URL logs. For complete log auditing, customers can license the Hillstone Security Audit platform. Another feature with our carrier-grade data center firewall is a powerful ability to support system virtualization, which basically means that the physical firewall can be divided into 1,000 virtual systems. Each virtual system has its own system resources, performs most of the firewall functionality, support L2 to L7 full security protection, but works as a complete independent firewall. This allows different infrastructures or business applications to have its dedicated firewall services inside an organization and enables multiple tenancy for managed service providers. Next, we're going to take a look at Hillstone Cloud Edge. Cloud Edge protects north-south traffic when a workload communicates outside the virtual private cloud or VPC into the public cloud, which works as a VPC gateway. Here are the highlights. Cloud Edge replaces virtual router and provides protection for virtual networks, basically between VPC and subnets. It can work as a VPN gateway, creating encrypted channel for hybrid cloud and applying IPsec VPN and SSL VPN. Cloud Edge has rich security functions including application defense and attack protection, IPS and URL filtering, antivirus and cloud sandbox, IP reputation and botnet detection. It also supports flexible and automatic deployment through 3 modes: RESTful API, independent management of tenants, pay as you go. We spoke about Cloud Edge coming with a rich set of edge protection capabilities for north-south traffic. Basically, some of these are NAT, access control, attack defense, application control, IPS, URL filtering, VPN, antivirus, cloud sandbox, IP reputation, and botnet detection. Now, with all that said, let's take a look at some of the organizations that have deployed Hillstone to help them future-proof their network security. In order to help manage natural disasters that may disrupt business and to be financially and regulatory compliant, the Bank of China in Macau, or BOCM, needed to build a disaster recovery site near Macau with an active configuration that would fail over in the event of a disaster. As the team was architecting requirements and looking for solutions, they realized that most difficult aspect of technical requirements was selecting a compatible firewall which could route complex traffic flow and simultaneously deliver level 7 protection. The solution must ensure business continuity while protecting critical assets on the network. Solutions delivering network security and redundancy, active mode DR sites typically have trade-offs with features and benefits. However, Hillstone's next generation firewall offered a twin mode feature which links redundant firewall pairs across multiple data centers to maintain full security for all traffic flow while ensuring failover without disruption in the event of a disaster. BOCM selected Hillstone NG Firewall with twin mode feature to address their requirement. The Hillstone solution solved the asymmetric traffic flow issue by synchronizing pairs of redundant firewall in each site via dedicated data control links, essentially creating a single logical firewall. Let's take a look at how Gidicom was able to leverage Hillstone solution. So basically, with the wide range of ISP services as well as consulting services serving small and medium-sized business in Spain and other countries, Gidicom's main challenge was to address IPv4 exhaustion and create new service revenue streams. A fast-growing company also faced other challenges, such as finding a way to differentiate service offerings for end customers in order to increase revenue, reduce customer churn, and increase overall customer satisfaction. After testing a vendor's data center firewall, it was found to lack features and flexibility. Gidicom focused on Hillstone Networks X-Series data center firewall. X-Series is designed specifically for service providers such as Helicom, as well as large enterprise data centers. As we mentioned before, it can scale up to 3.5 terabits of data throughput and supports 1,000 virtual firewall in a multi-user configuration. As a result, Helicom gained a popular new security service offering and supported for IPv6 migration. Through the X-Series data center firewall, Helicom achieved two main goals by offering a new cloud-based security solution for its customer and to address the rapid depletion of IPv4 address. Customer satisfaction and loyalty here improve thanks to high quality and reliable firewall as a service, and Helicom plans to continue to grow and expand its service in the future. For more information with the case study we just spoke about, and also some of the concepts or solutions and products, please use the above link to download the case studies and collateral that goes deeper into how Hillstone can help future-proof your network security. Okay, we covered quite a lot, so thanks for sticking with us. We looked at how traditional network perimeter has all but disappeared, making it difficult to manage security and identify vulnerabilities in the environment. APTs are becoming increasingly common. Insiders can pose a serious challenge to security, since they might be able to bypass perimeter with legitimate access. BYOD, or bring your own device, often add new vulnerabilities into the mix. Now, fortunately, Hillstone provides a portfolio of next-generation firewalls, ranging from physical to virtualized solutions that can help future-proof your environment. And with that said, let's take a look at the Q&A. It does look like we have a few questions, so let's see if we can answer some of them. Okay, the first question here is, are the user experience consistent across different products like A and X series? Yes. There's Hillstone Stone OS, which is the operating system that runs on all NG firewalls, no matter if it's rack-mounted, chassis-based, or virtual appliance. And they basically provide all the security features like IPS, AV, IP reputation, right? And also network functions such as advanced routing, VPN, and QoS. Basically, this Stone OS or operating system provides consistent user interface and experience across all the different products. Okay, let's look at the next question. Next question would be, beyond traditional network security functions, can NG firewall integrate with other security solutions, such as XDR, to provide a more comprehensive security posture? Great, yes. Hillstone NG Firewall can integrate with Hillstone's iSource or XDR solution, basically as a data input source or an enforcement point in response, leveraging the strong analytic capabilities and rich data on XDR. Basically, organizations can have deeper visibility, enhanced threat detection, and streamlined incident response. Hillstone also has a BDS product, basically an NDR solution that can also work with NG Firewall to provide network-based threat detection and response without any impact on existing deployments. Okay, we're going to take one last question, and that would be it. So, with the evolving threat landscape, can NG Firewall effectively adapt to detecting and preventing more, increasingly sophisticated cyber attacks, such as zero-day vulnerabilities and ransomware? Yes, absolutely. So there's, I guess, a couple ways the NG Firewall can adapt to these sophisticated attacks. First, basically, allow only necessary access to ZTNA. And basically, ZTNA will only allow authorized personnel or secure service to have the least access privilege at any given time and location. Hillstone's ZTNA solution basically is based on the NG Firewall product. It only requires a software license to activate it. And then second would be continuous threat intelligence update. Hillstone NG Firewall basically leverages threat intel feeds constantly with information about new vulnerabilities, malware signatures, and emerging attack methods. Basically, this allows the NG Firewall to identify and block even zero-day threats before they become widespread. Okay, that's all the time we have for these great questions. Thank you very much for your time. I'd like to remind you or offer you the opportunity to follow Hillstone on LinkedIn. You can take out your mobile phone and scan this QR code you see, and it will take you directly to the Hillstone LinkedIn page. You can subscribe for product updates, news, and other features. And if you have any questions, you can see the phone number here and email address as well. We look forward to connecting with you on LinkedIn. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much.